Am I the jerk for leaving my Bumble date stranded at a restaurant after she admitted she was going to her guy best friend's place after the date? A couple of months ago, I matched with Anna on Bumble. I thought we vibed really well. She had a really nice and funny demeanor, and we had lots of engaging conversations on FaceTime. We set up our first dinner date last week. I proposed a really nice restaurant which was sort of far from where we lived, but I really wanted to treat Anna because I thought she was special. Anna asked if I could pick her up and then after the date drop her off at her best friend's place. I didn't mind at all. Anna said she had movie night with her best friend. I picked Anna up and we went to the restaurant. The date went better than expected. We vibed really well. Anna also had drinks since I was the designated driver. However, right at the end of the date, Anna asked if I would drop her off at Josh's. I was initially confused and then realized Josh was her guy best friend. Anna instantly realized what she said, and it sort of became awkward. Anna apologized and I told Anna there was no reason to apologize. I was just curious about who Josh was, so I asked Anna, and Anna said he was her guy best friend, and they occasionally have movie nights. Anna said she wanted to be honest with me because she really liked me and saw a future with me, and she admitted they sometimes make out during these movie nights, but it doesn't go further than that. I appreciated Anna's honesty, but this whole thing felt like a huge gut punch. I was maybe in my feelings, but I just couldn't do it anymore. I told Anna to just ask Josh to pick her up, and I paid for my portion of the dinner and left. Anna looked really sad when I ended the date and left. I felt sort of guilty about it later and called my sister to ask her if what I had done was right. My sister said I shouldn't have left Anna stranded at the restaurant, especially after Anna was really sweet and honest with me. I told my sister how I could be expected to take Anna for a really fancy dinner and then drop off her at her guy best friend's house, where she would then make out with him. I had enough self-respect left not to do that. Was I the AH? Top comments. Commenter 1. NTA. She asked you to drop her off at some guy's place and that normally they make out. Who says that on a date? And who even does that? Commenter 2. Nothing like taking a girl on a date. She tells you the date was great, she likes you. You start to feel like you got lucky on a dating app, then she asks you to drop her off at her friends with benefits guy. Update 1. Hey everyone, just a quick update. I appreciate all the comments and the different opinions on my previous post. However, at the end of the day, the reason I posted it was because I felt guilty about what I did, and I agreed more with the comments stating what I did was wrong. Also, my sister has never once given me bad advice in life, and I think her assessment was right this time too. Since I left Anna at the restaurant last week, she texted me a couple of times, but I just ignored those messages. I opened the messages a couple hours ago, and I was sort of surprised. Instead of lashing out at me, she just apologized again and said she was willing to stop seeing Josh if it meant we could continue our relationship. She said after the dinner, she just took an Uber back home and didn't go to Josh's. I texted Anna that there was no reason to apologize and I shouldn't have left her stranded at the restaurant, and I should have also paid for her meal, since I was the one who invited her to the expensive restaurant. I asked Anna for her Venmo, but Anna said she didn't care about the money and asked if we could continue our relationship. However, I didn't have the same feelings for Anna anymore, so I texted Anna up front that I don't think we're compatible and I don't want to continue this. We chatted a bit more, and Anna was very respectful of my decision, but admitted she was sad. I too admitted it was tough, but it's best for everyone that this doesn't continue further. That was the final text, and I definitely think there are valuable lessons learned from this entire thing. Thank you all for your input. Top comments. Commenter 1. I actually think this is fairly reasonable. It's nice that you both recognized your own mistakes and what happened, and that, at least from what it sounds like, you were both respectful. That being said, I agree that this relationship probably isn't a great idea to keep going. I wish you all the best out there. Commenter 2. I wonder what next steps look like for Anna. This arrangement with Josh will likely torpedo any future relationship chances if she doesn't immediately bring it up and ensure her date is okay with it. Anyway, good on you. Story 2. My wife admitted to poking holes in my condoms. I have no one to talk to about this. I just want to type it out, make more sense of it. Me and my wife, Paige, are both 35. We met back when we were in college and have been married for 6 years. Even when we were just good friends, I was always vocal about my indifference on children. I wanted to focus on my career and figure myself out before I even thought about bringing a human into this world. Paige was aware of this when we started dating, but was slowly starting to get me to ease to the idea of kids. I knew our values were different, and it's my fault for continuing things, but I loved her so much. She is my best friend, and she helped me out of the worst period of my life. About 2 years into our marriage, Paige became pregnant from what I believe to be a freak accident. Obviously, I didn't leave or get mad at her, just wanted to preface that I took care and supported her throughout the entire pregnancy. Paige gave birth to my twin baby girls. They are my world, plain and simple. I feel sad and alone even after just a little work trip without them. Paige became a stay-at-home mother, something I was completely fine with. Recently, Paige became pregnant again, intentionally this time, and she was starting to become distant and had a look of shame when I tried to talk or be intimate with her. I have been trying to be the best husband possible, but she always insisted she's fine and tried to distract me by talking about our girls. I came home from work to find Paige slouched over, crying on our bed. Our daughters were spending the night with my sister, so we were alone. When I came over to comfort her, she started sobbing about how sorry she was. After I consoled her enough to speak, she explained that she had poked holes in my condoms when we had intimacy when she first had our baby girls. She didn't try to justify herself, just went on about how she was a piece of shit, didn't deserve me, the girls, or the baby. She was practically hyperventilating. I consoled for the sake of the baby, but I was, and still am angry. I've been sleeping in the guest room. I know that this is technically sexual assault, but I hate the idea of only seeing my daughters and baby half the time. Paige hasn't left our room since. I have to make her dinner after work. She looks so broken, saying that she'll move out if that's what I want. She's pregnant, so obviously I don't, but I'm still incredibly mad and sad. I still love her. I've known her for 1.5 decades. She's been nothing but loving and supportive and until now, very transparent with me. I just wanted to type this out, make sure my feelings, which I know are justified, are justified. My little girls have been the only reason I'm not breaking down and sobbing. I know I'm weak for thinking about forgetting about this. I'm still thinking about divorcing my wife after the baby's born, but I would still want her to live with me. I know, pathetic. I'm taking the next few days off work. Additional information from OP. OP, I'm going to bed. This entire situation is draining. I realize that I need to talk with my wife about this immediately and can't just leave things in the air. I will also look into getting therapy immediately. Thanks again for your advice. Top comments. Commenter 1. Stop making her dinner. She is an adult and get her own food. She tricked you and lied to you. Regardless of your children, I don't know how you could ever trust her again. Children are a 2-yes decision, and she took that away from you. I wonder what other lies she has told you over the years. You need to seek counseling. Staying in a marriage for the kids ends up hurting the kids. So you need to figure out if you can stay married to someone will always put themselves before you. OP, sorry. When I say making dinner, I actually meant picking up delivery/pizza most of the time. She's still carrying my baby. I want her to be healthy and fed. OP should learn how to accept being a father already. OP, I've accepted being a father 4 years ago. It's not like I resent my children and don't like being a father. No matter how my children were conceived, they are still the best things to happen to me. Not saying that my wife poking holes in my condoms is a good thing, however. Commenter 2. This is definitely beyond Reddit's pay grade. Start looking into therapy. Do not try to navigate this without professional help. Commenter 3. There's absolutely nothing pathetic about being hurt by and still wanting someone you love. People do stupid, eta horrible things, especially when they're hyper-focused. It sounds like your wife had issues with her betrayal, and she's attempting to take ownership for what she's done. Here's the thing. Before you divorce her, think about if that's what you want. Don't worry about what you think others would expect you to do. If you are willing to forgive her and give her the opportunity to earn your trust back, then that's what you should do. It sounds like you're rightfully pissed off, but it also sounds like you're more concerned with your family and keeping them together. If that's ultimately what you want and you can live with it, then that's what you should do. If you know you can't get past it, then you make the necessary changes for what you're able to accept. If it's divorce, it's divorce. My point here is that you don't have to leave because you believe that's what is expected or what you should do. If you leave, make it because it's what you actually want. Also, give it some time before you make a decision. You don't want to decide your future when you feel angry, hurt, and betrayed. I really hope things work out for you. I wish you the best. Update 1. This is a given, but thank you for taking the time to read and respond to the ramblings of my current situation. From giving me advice to telling me to suck it up, thank you. I'm 100% going to couples therapy with Paige, and for myself. She's doing better, not as stressed out as she was before. No, I'm not throwing Paige out of the house while she is 5 months pregnant. She's still being a recluse in our room, making me have to do her usual responsibilities. I was able to have a nice outing with my little girls. We saw Moana 2 LOL. I guess I'm just here to say that I'm doing fine, and we'll be getting professionals to help us through this. The simple matter of fact is that Paige betrayed me, but I still love her so much. Some people were telling me to DNA test my children, but there has been no signs of any affairs. I don't think I could even handle that kind of news if it were true. Even if we do end up getting divorced, I will never tell our family about what Paige did. She's still the mother of my children, and I don't want my family to think less of her. Same goes for my daughters. I don't want them to think they are the product of something like that, and I especially don't want them to think that I resent them. That's all, I guess. Top comments. Does Opie want any more kids after number 3? Opie, I'm getting a vasectomy. 3 kids is a lot. Commenter 1. You're being an extremely generous person with this situation. I'm glad you and P are doing the work with therapy and trying to bridge this situation. Personally, the fact that your wife is still being a recluse and having you take care of everything at home really grinds my gear. She was the one who wronged you, and somehow she is the one who is acting like the victim and withdrawing from everything. The shoe really should be on the other foot, and she should be the one giving you space to process everything. I do think that you need to allow yourself to feel the emotions you want to feel. You seem to be doing the guy thing of being very outwardly focused on making sure your girls are taken care of, that the household is continuing to run, and solving problems that come up. I'm concerned you're focusing on everyone else so you don't have to deal with your own emotions, and eventually you'll hit a boiling point, and one small thing P does or doesn't do will set you off and you'll explode on her. Then suddenly you're the angry man yelling at your wife and you're the bad guy. Don't put yourself in that position. Story 3. My, female 33, fiancé, male 34, revealed to me that he has a child with another woman. How do I process this? I have been with my fiancé for a year and 3 months. I am 6 months pregnant. I know, we moved very fast with our engagement and getting pregnant. I know it was not a very rational decision. Somehow it seemed right at the time. We have had some fights, but in general things seemed good and we have been very excited about meeting our baby soon. Yesterday my fiancé sat me down and told me we needed to talk about something. He told me he was very sorry he did not tell me sooner, that he was afraid I might leave and he was ashamed. He also told me that he understands that I might leave after what he tells me. He told me he has a child with his ex. They were together years ago for 8 years, but met up several years later, had some casual intimacy, and she got pregnant unexpectedly. They did not get together after that, but she wanted to keep the baby. He started dating someone else. That did not work out, and then he met me. The child is 1 year and 3 months old, so she was born right around the time we had started dating. We had been dating for about 2 weeks. Back then, he told me he had to go on a week-long business trip, but actually he was at the hospital and his daughter was born. He has told me that he goes to the gym almost every day for around 3 hours, but in reality he has also used that time to see his daughter. The mother of his child does not know he is engaged with me and that I am pregnant. He tells me they just do not talk about these kinds of things. She has also blocked me on Facebook, even though I have never tried to contact her. He told me she does not want to know anything about me and that she would probably want to be with him, but he does not have feelings for her. I asked him how come she still has feelings for him, if he has been clear with her that he does not want a relationship and it has been 2 years since their casual intimacy. He told me, I don't know, I guess I am just that great. I am having a hard time processing all of this. My fiancé said he feels better now after getting it off his chest. He says he understands I need time to think about this situation, but he also says he does not want to wait forever for me to decide whether I want to continue this relationship or not. He wanted me to meet his daughter today, but I said it was too soon for me. Now he has bought some diapers and other stuff for when she comes over. He asked me if I would be ready tomorrow. We have not yet bought much for the nursery for our baby, but now he suddenly wants to hurry up and buy a bed for the nursery so that his daughter could stay the night before our baby is born. I feel overwhelmed trying to process all the information and also sad that the nursery I have been planning for our baby will not just be for our baby. This is not how I imagined having my first child. What are your thoughts on this? Has anyone ever been in a similar situation? How to process all of this and how to move forward? Comment. All red flags. I'm that great? Bro, get over yourself. I think you need to find a way to reach out to his ex to confirm his story. It's all pretty convenient that you can't reach out to her and that he was already broken up when you guys met, but she was still pregnant. It's also convenient that he got the courage to tell you this after you couldn't get an abortion anymore. He sounds like he's baby trapping you. I'm not sure, so please reach out to the ex. There is more to the story. Comment. He wants you to be a babysitter for his kid when he's 100% still sleeping with his ex. Tell him his kid can come to your house after you meet the mama in person. Watch how quickly he tries to squirm out of that. You need to find and talk to this woman. He's lying to both of you. I told him I want to contact her ex either by writing to her or face-to-face. He told me he will tell her tomorrow that I would like to meet face-to-face. Also, I found her Instagram and he saw that. He got upset and told me I should not write to her on there, even though I was not planning on doing it right away. I told him that if she does not agree to meet in person, I am going to contact her on Instagram. He said I am being a bully because she has said she does not want to talk to me. He said I am treating him badly by threatening to contact her, that it is not my place to tell her things. He also said she is mentally unstable and has threatened to commit suicide in the past. He said he is afraid of how it will affect her when I contact her, that she might want to harm herself, or that she might start to keep his daughter from him. Update 1. Firstly, I want to thank everyone who responded to my original post. There were so many comments. I tried to read through all of them. Many of you recommended that I find a way to contact the mother of his child. As she has blocked me on Facebook, I could not message her there. I did message her on Instagram, but she did not respond. I do not know if she even saw my message request. I told my fiancé that it was necessary for me to talk to her, either on the phone or in person. He told me she did not want to talk to me, but as I insisted on it, he convinced her. When he was visiting her and his daughter, he called me and let me talk to her on speakerphone. She confirmed that she had blocked me because she has blocked all of his girlfriends because she does not want any communication. She told me they have not been together since the 3rd month of her pregnancy, but there were some false hopes involved. She said she now has found out we are engaged and I am pregnant. Before that, she just blocked me because she saw me calling him once. He has told me she has always said she does not want to know anything about his personal life, and that is why he has hidden that he lives with me and everything else about us. I asked her if she would be willing to unblock me on FB so that we could talk some more. She said she does not want to intervene. From now on, he has been very open about when she calls or messages him. They have only talked about their child. He agreed to share his location with me all the time, suggested going to couples counseling, and has been extra attentive towards me these past days. He has apologized to me countless times and asked me what he can do to rebuild trust between us. I do not know if there is a way to get trust back. It seems to me that he was not having an affair, but hiding his child from me and hiding me from the mother of his child is still a huge lie. I cannot believe he would do something like this. Comment. Are you going to be the new ex he has a secret child with? Will he start going to the gym for 6 hours while he stays with a new woman to impregnate? There were some false hopes involved. The fuck? Comment. You don't really know if that was actually his child's mother on the phone. Too much lying over too long a period of time, and all of a sudden he wants you start believing him? Now he's offering up his location and his phone. He's just gotten better at hiding it. He has you where he wants you, pregnant and dependent on him.